Hey, it's Jaded Gamer here. Just another quick live stream video. It's just easier to put these up this way. For some GT World Series highlights, just a couple of races that I've done recently, and some of the cool results that I've had. And there's the Escudo Pikes Peak in sort of unfamiliar surroundings. Anyway, I hope you're all safe and well. Quickly cover the glitch as well with the new recent additional menu items in the cafe. Now, if you haven't done this already, or you don't know about this already, it still appears to be working, and I'll show you. You go to the extra menus, click on it, let the writing come up, back out of it, same again, and one more time. Then we back out of that, and I've got the tickets again. So everyone seems to be doing this. I don't think it's going to be much of an issue. You're not getting an awful lot, but you do get 2 free tickets, 1 4-star and 1 6-star. An invite to buy a Porsche. Okay, and a 6-star roulette ticket for an engine. So I've got a few engines today. Another Sylvia. So I've got about 4 or 5 engines today, 3 Z4s and 2 Sylvias. And also, when you look at the cars, the free car you get is a Honda Rally. So we've got a few. I changed the livery on 4 of them earlier, and there's another 4. I'm not going to do it anymore, I don't think. Well, maybe a couple of times, but you don't honestly get an awful lot out of it. They're gift cars, so historically you won't be able to sell them. If it works the same way as GT Sport, you might be able to sell the one you bought originally if you did. I don't think I did. I think I won all mine. Anyway, so on to the replays. So it's been a pretty good couple of weeks getting used to GT Sport on GT7, because it is still called GT Sport, the online mode. But we've got 3 races. The first one's for the Nations Cup. I missed out the Gazoo Racing one as well, because it was the same format as the Nations Cup race, and this one had a better race. So let's have a look at the replay. I've not done one of the recap videos for a while, so I've tried to get some good highlights. We're just doing this live. So managed to qualify in 11th, which at Le Mans in the Group 1 isn't bad for me. It's not my best formula to drive. But it's a cool nighttime start. The game just looks beautiful at this point. The rain effects at night are good as well. So it's a decent start, but I'm under pressure. I have been practicing Le Mans quite a lot, like most of you, grinding for extra cash. I broke myself there, lost the position. But chaos shall ensue at the first chicane on the Mulsanne. So that's going on the Mulsanne now. I managed to keep my 12th place. I didn't lose 2 places by messing up that corner. And we'll just bring up the display. It looks so good at night. So everyone cutting their own little chunk out of the chicane there. Managed to get a place back. So there is a pit stop on this one. So we'll see the transition from day to night as well. And someone messes it up there in ghosts, so I managed to get through them. We've got the Italian coming up behind us again. All three of us messed up the turn there. Speed trap behind us has got a penalty to serve, so he's not going to be much of a threat. He's messed up the exit of that corner anyway. And I messed that up. I just get away with it and manage to get some distance between me and the cars behind. And end up in 6th. And we're actually starting to get better at the Porsche curves. I've been practicing it a lot, but look, he still catches me a hell of a lot there at the end. I'm too cautious around the last part of it. So he's trying to muscle his way past. Don't know what line that was for the chicane. Tries to take me out, ghosts. So keep my 6th place, but he's held me up. And he's got a rather sizable penalty, I think. Can't really make out the penalty he's got. And I missed that first chicane. That's a classic Le Mans missing the first chicane. Did I have a penalty for it? Such a good looking car. And that's the new hybrid unit that was at Le Mans this year and last year. And there'll be more then coming next year. I think there's been 2 announced this weekend. So I was really surprised at this point to be in 6th place. It's not my strongest circuit by any means. You know, like the tunnel vision effect of going down the Mulsanne straight. It's just amazing in the dark. And it's one thing the game does get right. It's got its problems, but the recent update with Watkins Glen and the Escudos whet a lot of appetites for what could come in the future. That's it. What it does do is the day-night transition is really impressive. And they updated the rain graphics as well in one of the patches a few weeks back. And the radar system, as I mentioned before. Oh, I kind of got in front and then got bashed out of the way. There's no Bifoglio. We've got the slipstream. There we go. I think he kind of let me go there. Unfortunately, I let the other guy go too. Trying to keep it together here. Oh, Bifoglio's having a little strop. So so chuffed at this point being in 5th place and this guy having a penalty, so that happened the last time. Got to this point, and the person behind me had a penalty, so it creates a gap. No Bifoglio's going to overtake this guy though. There he goes. I think he went right through his ghost actually. But it does create a gap, it gives you just a little bit of clean air behind you. And obviously he's chasing now, he's trying to undercut in the corner, so I don't know if they have a crash. No, not yet. But I'm going to get caught here because this is the slowest bit of the circuit for me. Oh, he's getting really frustrated, goes around the outside. I'm just keeping it together. He was flashing the lights at me a lot, so I decided to return the favour. He messed that up. I let him through though, don't want to have too much of a fight. So I'm kind of trying to look after my driver rating. So at this point we'll skip forward. Just a couple of laps. So we're in third now, and that's mainly due to pit stops. I'm staying out a bit longer on the hard tyres because I'm more comfortable on them. Sorry, the medium tyres. I'm just staying out on them a wee bit longer, which tends to happen when I'm racing online. I tend to stay out longer than most people. Well, at my level anyway. Obviously sitting in third place, I'm cheesing at this point, as they say. We'll skip down the Milsan a little bit. So we're still sitting in third place. We're getting a little bit closer to second. You see we're just catching up, just trying to eat away that lead. East Fife baby, or East Life baby is it? I want it to be Fife. I'm just getting the fastest lap of the race at this point as well. I'm just getting closer and closer. I'm pretty light on fuel at this point, as you can see. So I'm definitely going to the pits here. First place is already in. And I manage a clean pit entry, which is nice. It does take a while to get to the pit box, so I'll just skip forward 30 seconds. There we are. That's a 2-hour pit crew. And that's enough to see me to the end of the race. So we come out the pits in 4th. Lap 6. And Nova Foglio's not happy about having me there. We'll skip to the last lap. We managed to get 3rd. And then it clicks back to 4th again. So whoever was in the pits must have come out the pits. It must have been East Fife baby, yeah. Or East Life baby. So I really want to get a podium here. But not sure if I can do it. My tyres are a little bit older. Just need to stop these two from getting past me. It's so warm tonight. So just trying to keep it clean, no penalties. And these two guys are flying, they're all over the track. I'm just trying to keep attached to the slipstream in front of me if I can. Try my best to carry as much speed as possible. And again, the person behind me's got a penalty leading into the last section of the race. So as long as the other driver doesn't get past him, I'm pretty safe. Even though it's only half a second. Oh, they've both got one. And I messed that up pretty badly. Luckily, very luckily, they've got a penalty. So I've just got to catch up to them again. So that's in past one of them. Doesn't look like I'm going to make it. I kind of messed that up for myself there, but that's okay. And we take a 6th. So I was really pleased with that because it was Le Mans and it's a really weak point for me. And that was in the GTWS Nations Cup. So we'll move on. We've got another 2 to look at. I deleted some of the other races that I'd recorded. And I'm just making space for the ones that I'll be recording in the future. Because sometimes you get a fun race. Right, so we've got the manufacturers race at the Nürburgring, which is another GT World Series race. And this was with Volkswagen. It was in the Beetle in Group 3. So luckily, I'd qualified in first place. So the most important part of this was just to try and get away at the start. So we're under starters orders. It takes a little second to start the race. Okay, so it's the race down to the hairpin here, and to get some clean air. Now he goes a little bit too wide there, he has to overcorrect, and I managed to get good traction coming out of here. So I've got distance between me and him already. So it's the perfect start. No incidents at all. Whatever happened behind doesn't really matter. Oh, another Beetle off. Now I've got a new livery for this car now as well. So you can see I'm just eking away a little bit more. And I'm really pleased with my performance here. I was quite happy that it was the Nordschleife because I spent a bit of time learning that. It was the perfect size to do 2 laps and get your daily miles in GT Sport to get your free car. And there's still nothing quite like just sitting down and doing a couple of laps of the Nordschleife. Setting up the wheel. So that's us onto the ring proper. We've got that little bit of distance, and I know there's a good chance for the lap times that I'm going to be able to put a little bit more distance between us here, but I'll have to be on it for the first lap. You see, I'm just getting that little bit further away every single turn, every single braking zone. He was that far back I couldn't see him in my rear view mirror at this point unless we were on a straight, so I didn't know if he was messing up. And he looks as though he's just being a little bit more conservative. The Beetle just destroys all in this race for some reason. I do quite like driving it. I drove it a lot in GT Sport, and it does feel just as good, if not a little bit better. It takes the curbs just right, it doesn't overreact. It's a good little car for the Nordschleife. Seven gears too, so there's a little bit more action switching up and down the gears, but it's worth it. You get good punch out of each gear that way. That's the way this one works anyway, it's not just a big long gear at the end. So he's maybe catching me a little bit there. Yeah, it looks like it actually. He's getting a little bit closer again. You can see that the lights are starting to have just a little bit more effect as I drive round. It's starting to turn from day to night. There, I think he's made a mistake behind me. All of a sudden the distance is opening up. There's a slightly faster part of the circuit. Right, so we'll skip forward a little bit, this is taking a while. And not a lot happens here, to be honest. So we'll skip to the start of the second lap. And again, we're well in the lead. And can we see our opponent in the distance? He's just coming around that corner now. So we've got a little bit more distance ahead of us now. Sorry, behind us now. So we'll skip to lap 3. So I'm not going to sit here and go through 8-minute laps when I'm in the lead and nobody's getting anywhere near me. And you can see the lights are having a little bit more effect now. So this is what I was talking about, the light transition from day to night and back again. Just looks so good. Brake discs glowing away in the dark. You can see it just gets accelerated darkness just a little bit, because obviously it works on an accelerated time frame. We'll just skip forward a little bit more to show the day to night transition better. can see even better now. Then you start to see the campsites at the side of the track, people's tents and the marshal post. It just looks so impressive. Just like the real thing, actually. If you watch the North-South 24-hour, it looks just like that at night time. It's amazing what they've done in this game. And that's the rain coming on at night. Well, this was a lower level lobby, so unfortunately the rain effect didn't last very long. The first time I tried the race, I went in for a pit stop as soon as the rain arrived because I was expecting torrential rain, and it was just one band of rain went across the track. You didn't even need to change tyres. So the second time I knew I didn't have to go in. But the rain effect at night, you can see that there, it looks absolutely fantastic. Brake discs glowing, lights shining. Just looks so good. So we'll skip on a little bit. There's a slight mistake there. I couldn't have timed that better if I tried. So from that point we go on to lap 4, still in front. There's a bit of distance if you look at the mini map in the top right hand corner. There's a bit of a distance between me and second place now. So then we finished the race. And that was one of my, well, I think it was my second win. My first or second win in GT Online and GT7. So I was really pleased with that, especially because it's a tough track. So it was a successful outing. So I really enjoyed that. That was quite a good wee point score for me, even though it's the lower class lobbies at the moment. And last but not least, we had a race last night in the Manufacturers' Cup at Daytona. And I'm with Volkswagen as my manufacturer, so obviously I had the Beetle, and I was a little bit nervous going into it because there's WRXs and Supras and GTR Nismos and all sorts. So we'll see how it goes. I qualified in 9th. But here we go. So it's a Daytona road course, which is actually quite a good track to drive on. There's quite a lot of space, even though there's a tight racing line really. But there's enough space to accommodate some good racing. There was a wee tap there, so I had to let him go. I'm not going to take him out in the first corner. Unfortunately, he got through in the slipstream, and I managed to keep it together, so the Honda, number 11, couldn't get past me. There's a bit of pandemonium somewhere. Oh, and someone's down, so that's me up into 9th place now. I'll put the display on. Oh, he's gone off. So I get another position back. And that's the new livery that I put on the Beetle. He goes just off, so I'm not sure what happened there. I don't know if he got disconnected or something, but I end up in 6th. Just completely by fluke. 2 cars just get out of the way for me there. As you can see, this is 18 laps. And they're pretty quick laps, but it's good to have a nice long race in the GT World Series. I'm relatively confident at this point. I mean, the guy in the Supra's up really close behind me, and I know they've got good speed. So I'm a little bit concerned there. Half a second penalty for cutting the exit on the bus stop chicane there. So Sashimi and I did get into some pretty good racing. I'm trying my best just not to react now, because you get some really nasty racers, and best to try and not react and just try and overtake them anyway. So someone binned it there, so Sashimi and I both got a step up. It's just a good fast race, this. So there's going around that hairpin. Along the straight. Behind Sashimi there. My Herbie Lovebug Beetle, Group 3. And he left the door wide open there. He had a habit of doing that really wide entry into the corner. It's probably quicker overall, but it left it open to me just jumping right up the inside. I didn't manage to make it stick, unfortunately. But I get a slipstream along here, so I was quite happy with that. So we'll skip forward a couple of laps, because we're still in that position. We've gone just sitting behind Sashimi. I kind of outbroke myself there a little bit. It's quite hard. It's such a thin line to judge that corner perfect every single time. Especially as your tyres are going, oh, and that was a terrible instant by Sashimi. That's assault and battery. And he's just lost 2 places, maybe 3 by that. A 4-second penalty for Sashimi. That should be a yellow card. It gives me a position, so that's okay, and it might give me 2 positions if I can get past Sashimi. So still sitting in 5th, still trying to follow Sashimi, but he's getting a little bit of distance between me and him now. And he's got that penalty to serve. I want to try and keep a hold of him if I can, but it's pretty difficult. The Supra's so strong, the current BOP settings. And the Beetle's not doing too bad, better than expected, so it must be on the OP side anyway, because some of the other cars really struggle. So we'll skip to the end of lap 6. We're sitting in 4th. So we've got one of the cars in front of us going into the pit lane. That gives us another position, because I am running a long time on these hard tyres. There's hardly any wear. That's 6 laps done. I just made that nice and neat. So we go up into 3rd. Got the overtake done. Again, nothing much happening here. So we'll go up to lap 9, and we're still sitting in 3rd. I just turned in too tight. I hit the barrier on the inside there. The little tire pile. So we managed to get it rolling again. I've got a little bit of damage, so I'm kind of panicking about the cars behind me. The damage is still there, still flashing away. They're catching me now. And that's it, just resolved just before the bend comes up there. So we'll skip forward again a little bit. And at the end of lap 10, going into lap 11, someone else is in the pits, so we get 2nd place back again. And this time, I don't absolutely mess it up. It wasn't great, it wasn't very smooth, but I didn't crash. So we'll skip to lap 12 now, because we're just up behind second place there. He's come out the pits and just taken it back again. So we'll skip to lap 12. We've got a lot of tyre squealing. So he's kind of messed that up a little bit. So he's putting pressure on himself here. I've managed to just maintain and just try and keep a hold of him. My tyres are still actually fine. The settings for this, and with the hard tyres, it just seemed to be absolutely great lap after lap after lap. You just go through slight phases with the tyres, so I mean maybe about lap 7, somewhere around about lap 13. We went through 2 different phases. So we're just trying to catch Evil Knievel in front of us. We'll skip forward a little bit. I've got another penalty for cutting that corner. But so's he. And there's another car in the pits. So we both get the half-second slowdown. Evil Knievel seems to make it past. And he's binned it, which I did earlier, so everyone bins it at some point. And I managed to sneak it in the first place. And there's Sashimi and Senna Silva out the pits. So where's Sashimi? Oh, he's coming around the first bend. So I'm managing to just keep it together now. And I know I'm going to pit soon. I'm just trying, at this point I was just thinking, when do I come in and get medium tyres? Because I know I'll abuse them a little bit more, and I kind of run the grip out the softer tyres too much, so lean on them too much. I get too used to leaning on them and just wear them out really quickly, which I shouldn't do. But I seem to get more pace than some people in the hard tyres. So we'll skip to lap 15. We've still got the hard tyres on. We're still in first place. But I knew I was going to have to relinquish it. I was just wondering how far the other cars were behind me, because you don't see that. You only really see the live timing for the car that's directly behind you or in front of you in first place. So I couldn't tell where Evil Knievel was, or K Miles or Sashimi, or how far away they were, if I was going to pit and lose a place to all of them or just some of them. So then we get to the end of this lap. We go straight into the pits. 30 seconds, and we're there. The pits do take a long time. They've definitely got a fixed time on the pit lane activity, which I suppose is good, as long as it's fixed. It's just frustrating when you're sitting for 30 seconds when you're in the middle of a race. So there's Sashimi. We've come out behind Sashimi, which isn't that bad. And we're right up behind him at this point, and the Beetle's just feeling great. A lap into the new medium tyres, they're nice and warm and sticky. And he bins it! And the music just crescendoed just at the right time there. I'm using broadcast mode on it's built into GT7, so the music that's there doesn't give you a copyright claim. That's what it's supposed to do. And Sashimi's just trying his best to get past me again. I don't know what happened behind me there. I think he might have just binned it. He's still pretty close, but the radar's hard to tell because it's at such a different scale. There he is, yeah. He's swirling around on the brakes. Seems to take a little bit longer to get traction out of there. And at this point, just trying to keep calm, trying to handle the pressure, knowing Tsushimi's quick enough to get past me, but knowing I'm quick enough to catch him or get away from him, as long as he doesn't get the slipstream and take advantage of it too much. And there, the distance has just started to open up. Which means if I can just do this right, he won't get any slipstream at all. We're still a lap and a half to go. And I'm off. So let's get to the end of this lap. Putting in a 1:48, which isn't the fastest time I've done, but... Whoa. And look at the distance between us and Tsushimi now. Can't even see him in the background. So I've just dropped him like a bad habit there. Pretty good racing against him between myself and him, but he definitely took that guy out early in the race, so you just got to be a little bit wary in the lower lobbies because you just get abused. You kind of get used to it. So again, we're just searching for a way to catch up, and we can't. But then Evel Knievel gets a penalty for a minute for not changing his tyres, not using the right compounds. He put on mediums and softs, so I ended up on the podium. So I thought that was great. That was a good point score for me last night, leading on to the last round, which is next weekend. So that was it. I hope you enjoyed that. I tried to keep it relatively light-hearted and not too drawn out. But anyway, I'll call it a night. I'm going to try and get some sleep. It's really warm here tonight. So look after one another, be excellent to one another, and I'll see you next time. This is Jaded Gamer saying bye.